growing up, the acoustic guitar that I had my whole life basically was my dad's Yamaha. Looked pretty similar to this, actually. But yeah, I had it for my whole childhood, and it was probably the only acoustic guitar that I had up until about 2007, actually. So I wrote a lot of songs on it growing up, and when I was in like my own solo singing kind of stuff that I was doing, that's where I would write a lot of songs on that guitar, and so it always have a special place in my heart. It's incredibly valuable to have an acoustic guitar kind of always at your disposal for many reasons. I mean, if you're a songwriter, you never know when you just want to pick up and like something will just come out and you write a great song or an idea. Also, just it definitely is a different tool, especially like for a guitar. So like there's styles that are better suited towards the acoustic guitar that you might not normally do with an electric. So, if you just sit at home and you're like finger picking, like any of that stuff, whether it's watching TV or just, like I wouldn't necessarily do that on an electric if I just had it to jam or whatever. So it brings out different elements. It's really nice to just strum some chords on an acoustic. It gives you a different feeling than an electric guitar, Just something simple as it just feels like classic and organic, and it just feels good. You wouldn't get that same thing on an electric. The acoustic guitar is a very communal instrument, considering that you can play a couple of chords and automatically you can just play songs. And the fact that you don't have to plug it in, you're amplified, so everyone hears it. It's just so easy to just pick up and be like, okay, cool. So I'll strum some chords just so you kind of get a vibe of this guitar. And then if you want to hear more single picked notes, just when I picked this up, it felt good just to sit down and play some strums and, just kind of jumped right in on the singing a song. That's kind of the vibe it gave me. Yeah, nice and open, sounds really good. I personally always like classic wood acoustic guitar color, like not really a sunburst or a black acoustic guitar kind of guy, but they're awesome, and if you just vibe with one, you get that one. I haven't really explored doing anything that bizarre with acoustic guitars. I think for me, the acoustic guitar is really about the basics and what feels good, simplicity. The thing that I would like to get better at is maybe some techniques like more finger picking stuff. I'm really kind of intrigued by the tremolo, the Spanish like tremolo picking, which I cannot do at all. But it might be something I'd work on with sitting with an acoustic. So if I pick it up, it might force me to practice some things that I'm really terrible at. But also just have fun, It just feels great. I just love picking up an acoustic.